God, I hope I don't blow this. We have 20 seconds away, and you're going to witness a brand new bit on XXX80s. It's this "Where Are They Now?" bit, where we answer that immortal question that every listener asks when they hear a one-hit wonder like Tarzan Boy. So whatever happened to the voice behind Tarzan Boy? Baltimore's jungle theme hit swung through the charts in 1985, but the face of the project, Italian model and dancer Jimmy McShane, wasn't the actual singer. No, the vocals were performed by producer Maurizio Bassi, while McShane just fronted the act. Well, sadly, McShane passed away in 1995 after returning to his hometown of Derry, Northern Ireland. But what he left behind, one of the most iconic synth pop anthems of the 80s. So grab that vine, it's XXX80s. Not bad for a quick rip and read. Well, I have 4 prompts just like this one that I'm going to share with you. How to create these really cool and engaging "Where Are They Now" segments. And these aren't just for one-hit wonders. They could be for any artist that you play, because I guarantee you one of your listeners is definitely scratching their head and asking, I wonder, where are they now?
We are on the air.
I'm Jeff, the radio DJ dude, and this one was truly ripped from the headlines of my life. Last week, I'm driving down the road, I hear a song, one of these one-hit wonders, maybe it was Alphaville, Forever Young, and yeah, I did the head scratch, and I wondered whatever happened to them after. I mean, that song was huge in Napoleon Dynamite. If we're asking these questions, so are our listeners. Because Alphaville, I mean, unless the dude perished in a tragic kitchen accident involving the garbage disposal, I mean, he did have life after his hit. Well, that was the genesis of this idea. That first version really stuck to the "Where Are They Now" theme. This one, we insert a little twist and assume we're playing this, for one-hit wonders, or really you can do this for any song. But this one, infuses a little intrigue, a little mystery into the script, where we don't reveal the title and artist until the end, where with Baltimore, we kind of gave up the goods right in the beginning. So this one builds upon itself. And if we were to rerun Baltimore Tarzan Boy through this prompt, this is what we'd end up with. Which wildly catchy 80s hit was fronted by a guy who didn't actually sing a note of it? Well, here's a clue. The real vocals came from the project's creator, Maurizio Bassi, while its charismatic frontman handled all the visuals. Another hint, this Italy-based studio act launched in 1984 and rode its jungle-inspired hook straight up international charts. You still guessing? Well, think neon lights, laser grids, and an unforgettable ooh, ooh, ooh. It's Tarzan Boy by Baltimore. I don't know about the ooh, 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 oh, 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 that's much better. Does anything stand out about this particular video? Well, yeah, less production value, because I'm tired of spending hours making it sing with lots of flash and cool stuff for only 300 views. Forget it, not worth my time. Another thing, you saw me actually delivering these scripts live on XXX80s. Yes, this is what I really want to encourage more of you to do. Of course, I'm going to show you the AI option of this and running it through my AI DJ system, RoboDJ. We'll show you how to load all these prompts up in RoboDJ and have this spit out great AI voiceover. But I really want to encourage more of you just to get back to roots and plug in the human connection to your radio station, and either do these live or voice track these scripts. What a snappy setup. Let's actually pop over to RoboDJ right now. Let's load it up with this "Where Are They Now" prompt, but we're going to use it going into a commercial break. So we're coming out of, what song are we coming out of? Let's jump over to RadioDJ. Check out my playlist. We have Alphaville, Forever Young lined up. Back in RoboDJ, we've got the prompt. And the great thing is, it already knows what song is coming up because it's looking at our live playlist for all that song data. So we don't have to, write, 100 prompts for different songs and artists. No. This does it all automatically. And this just runs hands-free in the background, generating dynamic and engaging cool content for your radio station hands-free. But let's keep moving. So now that we have the prompt, it pings your playlist. It knows to write about Alphaville, Forever Young. Boom, we generate the script. And then back over in RadioDJ, in my rotation, I already have it lined up to start the bit with a feature open, then a music bed, and then trigger that AI voiceover that we just created.
One hit wonder makes you wonder, where are they now?
So, whatever happened to the voice behind Forever Young? After hitting moderate success in the 80s, Alphaville's Marion Gold kept the music alive. He recently expressed gratitude for performing hits like Forever Young and Big in Japan, calling it a great privilege. Fast forward to 2024, the song soared back to the top thanks to TikTok, proving timeless appeal. Gold's still rocking the stage, and those synth pop vibes are forever fresh. Another neon blast from the 80s coming up on XXX 80s.
What I know about...
I mean, it's down and dirty, but not bad. I mean, we could tweak a little more, really fine-tune the voice, but I just think that's a real good proof of concept.
Tick-tock, time keeps ticking, it's true.
Now, I get it. Your time is extremely valuable. And if you don't want to monkey around with trying to create these prompts, what I have done, I've packaged up all 5 along with my Suno prompt. So you could create some really cool feature opens. Because I just got hit by the generosity bus, I'm not just going to give you my Suno prompts. I'm going to hook you up with 15 produced Where Are They Now jingles. You've already heard a couple in this video, but here are a couple more. You're going to get a number of pop style. There's a cool staccato, soulful style. We have some yacht rock, and we have harder rock treatments. Here's another pop style.
RadioDJ dude sample.
This is that cool staccato I was telling you about.
Where are they now?
RadioDJ dude sample.
And now we have, I think this is yacht rock, maybe?
RadioDJ dude sample.
And finally, if you're ready to rock,
RadioDJ dude sample.
like I said, about 15 produced Suno jingles for you. Keep in mind, these are Suno jingles. It's not a $3,000 jingle package, but this just gets you up and running that much faster. And you get one WAV file with all 15 jingles. Or if a couple bucks is going to break the bank, well, just head over to my free Prompt Doctor tool and recreate some of this magic on your own. But to save you time and to get this on the air as soon as possible, just know that this package exists. Check out the link in the description. And if you do pick it up, I do thank you very much. Now, something that I'm a big stickler for, and you've probably heard me ramble on about this in the past, I love a good feature opener. It's just, that's my roots. Back in the FM heyday, no bit would be aired naked unless we're doing a quick little dealio over a song intro like you heard me. No, even Baltimore, that first bit I did, that did have this feature opener. But later on, you're going to hear another one with Matthew Wilder where I just, do the bit over the song intro, no opener. But I love me a good opener. Originally, I was just going to have the voice guy for XXX 80s do something. Where are they now? We have a little sound design, sound effects, boom, be done with it. But no, come on. We wanted to kick it up a notch. So I went over to Suno and oh my goodness, much, hair was pulled and curse words were expelled. But I actually ended up with a couple really good jingles. And that's all you need. You only need a couple. Yes, you'll have to burn through 55 to get 3, but it was totally worth it. So I'm going to play for you the ones that I love, and then we'll hear them on the air.
Where are they now?
Absolutely perfect, the right length, not a lot of musical preamble. It ended right where it needed to end, so that is 5 stars all the way. Here's a fun one that's built around the theme of one-hit wonders, and you can see the lyrics here, and let's see how they brought this to life.
One hit wonder makes you wonder, where are they now?
Oh, so good. And that could be run as is. Like every Suno jingle creation experience, oh my goodness. It is a steep climb, but this is the prompt that actually ended up producing some decent output. And this took a while to fine tune because like usual, I was getting a lot of 15-second jingles, 4 seconds musical intros, and just it wasn't following the rules of the road. But this one really seemed to start delivering gold. Begin vocals instantly after a micro synth hit. I didn't even know those were legal in the US. Under quarter of a second, in clearly with only the final lyric, no trail ups, no reverb tail, no extra music. And as for the lyric structure, very simple. Now, to remind you, when you put lyrics in parentheses, it does create like a chorus effect. But it doesn't always follow the rules. Shocker. I mean, Suno won't frustrate you. Of course it will. Endlessly. It'll haunt you in your sleep. As for advanced options, this is of course where you set the vocal gender of your singer, and I kept the weirdness low, about 15%. Style influence was around 85, and I think that did provide just what I needed. This wasn't going to be a long 200 jingle session like you saw in that previous video. I just needed something quick, down and dirty. And honestly, this did exceed my expectation. To me, a custom feature open just blows your production value off the charts. It elevates you to next level. It's the last thing a lot of listeners of an internet radio station are expecting. Whenever you can do that, whenever you could shake them awake with something they weren't expecting, that is a good thing. That is a feather in your digital cap. So I do encourage you to go the extra mile and produce these little unexpected moments of audio delight, because, you know, it's worth it for the listener. And I think you're going to feel better. I think you're going to have much more pride for your radio station when you know you're delivering some really top-notch stuff. So we're going to move on to the next variation of this bit. And just so you know, this all was created using my very free Prompt Doctor tool on ChatGPT. Yes, it's something I actually use. I don't just, blow a bunch of hot air at you, promote things that I could care less about. No, I use this to craft a lot of my prompts. And if you would like to, this is just putting you on the fast track to really quality content creation. Well, check out the link in the description. It's, once again, 100% free to use this, and I'll hook you up with really good prompt output. But I'm in Prompt Doctor, and I asked the doc, what are 5 fun alternatives to this idea? Some of them I thought were a little too snarky. Whatever happened to their career, that's kind of negative. But then, before they were famous. This next bit's a lot of fun because it answers the question, what kind of odd jobs did your favorite artists have before they hit it big? Okay, we're about 20 seconds away. We're going to go into Matthew Wilder and find out his backstory. I mean, he was a one-hit wonder, but still, he obviously had to work before he worked the charts. Triple X 80s, I am Jam and Jeff Scott, and before he was climbing the charts, he was climbing scaffolding. And one of his early gigs, singing in commercials for McDonald's and Kool-Aid. Oh, you gotta know, it's a long road from jingles to radio immortality. But before Break My Stride, that was life for Matthew Wilder on Triple X 80s. And again, you saw me do that live, but what if we feed this to the bots? If we pop back over to RoboDJ, give them this same prompt, well, let's see what kind of nuttiness that they output. So over in the prompt library, we have our prompt, but aren't you curious? Well, who are we going to be profiling in this bit? Well, back to RadioDJ, let's check out our playlist. Aha, one of my faves, Pat Benatar. Great. So she will be the focus of this script. So back in the prompt library, let's generate a test and get a sample of what a script would taste like for this bit. I think that's great. And before we produce the voiceover and actually get it on the air, one note, the bit that I did on the air with Matthew Wilder, that was a variation on the prompt where we held his name to the end. So again, that creates a little mystery, a little intrigue like we did with the Where Are They Now? Well, this version of Before They Famous was tweaked to run like coming out of the song. So we already know who the artist is, so there's no mystery. And then this is great to do into a commercial break.
Only the best 80s to keep your mullet rocking on Triple X 80s. That's Promises in the Dark from Pat Benatar. But before iconic rocker status, she was a bank teller juggling deposits and withdrawals. Hard to believe the powerhouse voice we love once hummed tunes in a quiet bank lobby. From counting coins to rocking the Billboard charts, that's the pre-fame journey of Pat Benatar. More 80s magic coming up on Triple X 80s.
1 and 3.
So building on this, I wanted to make a change which would infuse some more pop culture relevance into the output, because a lot of your listeners, they may not remember when the song first hit in 1984, but they will have heard some of this music in a popular TV show or movie. This tweaked prompt will do that. I went back to the prompt doc and I said, let's revise this Where Are They Now feature, but mainly focus on where that song may have been heard, TV shows or movies after its release, so it gets to work. And we end up with something like this. So what happened after Alphaville released Forever Young back in 84? Well, that song kept right on living, turning up in films like Napoleon Dynamite and Listen to Me, plus a long list of TV nostalgic moments that locked it in as an 80s staple. Meanwhile, Alphaville continued recording and touring, with Marian Gold guiding new albums and international shows. Forever Young didn't just chart, it became one of those cultural echoes that never quite fades, much like the band itself. That's not bad, but I took that same prompt, hopped over to Claude, and I recommend you do this with a lot of your prompts. You gotta kick the digital tires on these different AI LLMs, these chatbots, whether you use Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, whatever floats your digital boat. I think it's good to see what's going to produce the most creative output. And a lot of times, Claude takes that prize, but I have to say, ChatGPT specifically, now we're getting a little deep in the weeds here, but I prefer a legacy model of GPT-4o. To me, I get, some of the best radio-ready creative writing from 4o. And you could, dictate all that within the website. Or if you're using RoboDJ, you could spell out which model you want to use. But over in Claude, I tried that same prompt, and I really like this. So whatever happened to the synth masters behind Forever Young? That 1984 anthem kept finding new audiences. Napoleon Dynamite's Awkward School Dance, Saturn Ion commercials, even McDonald's UK Christmas ads. Meanwhile, Alphaville never stopped creating. Marian Gold, the only original member left, took the band orchestral with 2022's Eternally Yours, and is currently touring their 40th anniversary symphonic shows across Europe. 4 decades later, the song just hit number 1 again thanks to TikTok. Turns out they really did find a way to stay forever young. I mean, I think that's great output. And again, you won't know until you try. So give all these LLMs, not all, pick 2 or 3 of your favorites. And then I just lock in the one that you get consistent, creative, and broadcast-friendly output from. I really hope you run with this and plug it into your station, because I do believe it is one of those bits that delivers tremendous value for your listener, because they've all had those thoughts. They're listening to their favorite song. Maybe it's an obscure act. Maybe it's that one-hit wonder. But they do legitimately think, well, what did happen to them? I dug that song. I have great memories from 1984. And this delivers on that. Okay, if you dug this video, if you think this video delivered something of value, maybe 8% value, well, I'd love a like and subscribe from you. I am Jeff, the Radio DJ Dude, and until our next little radio rendezvous with me trapped in this bubble down here, you keep rocking those mics all over the world.